Welcome back. All right, so we continue the round robin in the World Juniors. We're not seeing any upsets. I'm not seeing any of the favorite teams not being ready. Sweden today, another example of this. A team that played a full 60 minutes. And honestly, of all the games I've watched, it might be the most impressive 60 minutes I've seen a team play. Now, it's worthy of note that Austria, without a couple of its better players, including Marco Kasper, so that definitely affects them too. But still, I thought a very impressive game by the Swedes today. Rosine with a net drive, that won't go. Good forecheck by the Swedes, and they press at 2.5 minutes. So right out of the gate, they're putting the pressure on Austria. Loof has a chance on a deflection. Then there's a near miss by Lysell. Lysell was all around the net in this game. He really was. More pressure by the Swedes. The shots are 5-1 at 5 minutes. So again, they're quick out of the gate, and there's not a lot of let up from them. Austria does finally clear the puck out, but they're exhausted, and it's an icing call. And so there was a lot of that throughout this game, just Austria trying to do whatever they could to relieve the pressure from the Swedes. Ranishitz playing well again, and we talked about this in the last World Juniors, the shortened World Juniors in December. I'm pretty sure I talked about Ranishitz the year before as well. He is an excellent goaltender for Austria. You do wonder, is there some upside there where somebody brings him in? Maybe he ends up playing a little bit at the AHL level, ECHL level, something. Because honestly, he looks very good against elite players at World Juniors. So Wallinder has a chance that's saved. There's 11 shots for Sweden in the first 8 minutes and 10 seconds. So again, Austria really under siege to that point. They only had one shot to that point as well. Austria then goes to the power play. There was a crossbar for Wallner, so Austria almost gets that. The power play is killed off. They do manage 2 shots, so not bad. Sweden goes back in control, though, as soon as it's 5-on-5. Torgerson with a one-timer, that's kicked aside. And then Edvinsson, who had another monstrous game, he scores from Olsson at 12:57 to make it 1-0 Sweden. Edvinsson, one of the reasons I'm wearing the Detroit hat, there are other players as well. Detroit fans, if you watch this game, you should rightfully be a little bit excited about Edvinsson coming over and seeing what he can do for Detroit this year. So he blasts it in. There was a screen in place there as well. That was the 13th shot already at 12:57 for the Swedes. Crossbar then for Olsson. Van E with a rush then. That's defended. Van E's a great name. Love that. Just V-A-N, space and 2 E's. Fantastic last name. Near miss then for Magnuson. Lots of traffic at Austria's net. Then there's a near miss for Lysell. So it's 1-0, but this could have been 4-0 after the first, really. That Lysell miss was on a 2-on-1, and then Grons gets the 20th shot of the first period. That saved, so it shows just it was a shooting gallery for the Swedes. But it's only 1-0 after 1. So this is what a goaltender like Ranishitz does for you. Keeps the game close. Second period, Sweden starts with a full 2-minute power play, and you knew this was going to be a problem. The elite teams in this tournament can really hurt you with their power play. And for teams that don't quite have that same elite level of talent, the penalty kill can be an Achilles heel for them. So Lysell with a near miss on a fast break, and then Rosine scores from Lysell and Grans at 59 seconds. That was the 22nd shot already, the first shot, though, of the second period on net. And then Sweden looks for another. Austria finally gets some zone time at around the 3-minute mark, but they do not get shots with that zone time. Urbanek defending well, but he can't clear due to the forechecking from the Swedes. So, of the players on Austria's team, I thought Urbanek played well, but when you're a defenseman, he was being double-teamed quite a bit as well. It just makes it really difficult to do your job, which is what Sweden wants. Loof then has a shot that's blocked. Meyer with a rush chance that fizzles. If Oscar Meyer doesn't end up getting into North America and playing for a team that I might root for, that'd be a shame, because with the name Oscar Meyer, it's just, it writes itself. Tialer then had a shot that was held by Klang, who had a good game. Van E's net feed is blocked. The shots are 25-6 at the half in favor of Sweden. So Austria keeps that pace up the rest of the game. For Sweden, they did seem to let up in terms of shots. They did not let up in terms of goals. Janssen, I should say, with a chance that saved. The rebounds cleared, but then with good pressure and some passing, Andrea scores from Rosen at 14:35. Andrea looks very good as well. So with 4:43 left, Sweden goes back to the power play, and they score on it at 15:30. So it did not take them long. It is Andrea scoring his second goal in less than a minute from Lekaramäki and Olsson. So for Canuck fans, good news, Lekaramäki getting on the board there. He was not prominent in this game, however. That shot was through a screen. That makes them 2 for 2 on the power play. And then with 3:29 left, Sweden goes back to the power play yet again. This is again the good teams wearing down the other teams, and so you're going to get power plays because teams are going to have to hook and hold and trip in order to try to keep up with you. Austria was really outmatched at this point. There's a post for Lysell away from 5-0. Dangerous cycle. Austria clears. The power play is killed off with no shots. So they were 2 for 2. They became 2 for 3 on that one. Third period, good back and forth early. Olsson with a rush chance, that saved. Thaler's denied. Then there's some pushing after. So some good pushback, although Thaler did push Granz into his own goaltender. Helge Granz is a big guy. I wouldn't be doing that with him, but, you know, hey, I'm not Thaler, right? So we get 2 minutes of 4-on-4 out of that. Austria, they would get their 10th shot. Sweden had their 31st at the time. So, yeah, the shots really do tell the story in this one. Edvinsson has a net drive, that's defended. Impressive game from Edvinsson. The hype train for Edvinsson is really loud, and it's understandable, and it's impressive. Peters was then denied and close. Sweden clears it out after that. There's a near miss by Magnusson. Sweden gets a power play, remembering they are 2 for 3. Lysell with a net drive draws a penalty shot. And he's denied on said penalty shot by Ranishitz. He does not forget. Roughly 30 seconds after that, he scores the power play marker, and he roofed it from right along the goal line from Stakastad and Ogren at 9:07. So Lysell gets on the board with a goal. There you go, Bruins fans. Goal scorer indeed. He was not denied on that one. Austria tries to answer, but they can't get to the net. So when Austria did get zone time, they're not getting shots. Sweden blocking them out very well. Some good shot blocking and just great positioning by the defense for Sweden. Sweden then presses with 7.5 minutes left. Ogren fires one wide. Sjöberg then had a chance that was held, and it was a full 60 minutes for Sweden in this one. Lackner has a shot blocked as Austria tries to press back. There's a crossbar for Granz, so it absolutely could have been worse if not for the posts. Rosén has a shot blocked as Sweden cycles, pushing with 1:14 left near the benches, and I guess that fires up Sweden. So the 6-0 goal is scored by Niederbach, the assist to Olsson and Torgerson at 19:34. So Sweden wins this one 6-0. They go to 2-0 in the tournament, Austria 0-2. Austria will be looking to win one of their last 2 games, or both of their last 2 games, I guess. They need to win a game in order to get to the quarterfinal. For Sweden, of course, they're gearing up to fight for first place against the USA. So that's going to be the big battle for them. The shots in this one, not close. 21-3 Sweden in the first, 10-6 Sweden in the second, 9-3 Sweden in the third. Final shots, 40-12 in favor of Sweden. Players of the game. For Austria, it has to be Sebastian Ranishitz, because even though he allows 6 goals on 40 shots, it could have been so much worse. And Emil Andrea, he gets, looking at this, it's Andre, right? So Andrea, it doesn't work, but I understand it's Andrea. I heard the announcers, it's Andrea, so I'll get used to that, because he may very well be in the NHL soon, right? So Andrea is the player of the game for Sweden. No argument with that. Although Lysell had a very good game, and Rosén, I thought, had a good game as well. Last I looked, the Rosén goal is still being credited to Niederbach on all the official score sheets, but it's not Niederbach's goal, it is Rosén's. So yeah, there you go. Sweden with 3 power play goals out of their 6 goals. Really a statement game against Austria. And again, for Austria, they're just going to try to win at least one of their next 2 to try to get into a quarterfinal matchup. But they are overmatched, and when you've got a couple of your better players out of the lineup as well, it doesn't make it easier. Not that Sweden's 100% healthy either. They're not, but Sweden has a little bit more depth than Austria does. But there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.